Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love MMA as much as I do. Tom Aspinall, please don't do this. Please don't. Just sit around and wait for Jon Jones, okay? He did just fight Stipe Miocic half a year ago, and before that, he was legitimately injured, okay? And right now, I'm talking to Tom Aspinall. I'm a fan of how he fights, by the way. Tom, I definitely understand where you're coming from at this point. I'm not a fighter, so I don't understand everything. But I do understand that you feel that you've earned the right to not only be champion, the real champion, but you've earned the right to be the undisputed champion, given that the real champ has yet to give you a shot at his title. I understand all that. And I also understand that a big part of you understands that you feel this is your time. Jon Jones's time is past. I completely get it. Okay? But you have nothing to lose. You got right now, if you don't fight and you just wait for the Jon Jones fight, I think you're losing everything by fighting Ciryl Gane. You are taking a big risk. You are not gaining anything from it except for maybe just another paycheck and potentially another win under your belt. If you lose to Ciryl Gane, for some reason, because you are a striker, but Ciryl Gane is a dangerous guy. If you lose for some reason, do you know what happens? Jon Jones gets to come out and actually react to that and say, you know what, man, you didn't even deserve to fight me in the first place. You can't even beat a guy that I choked out in 2 minutes. You know, that's what you're doing, Tom Aspinall. You got nothing to prove here. Wait for your title shot, because Jon Jones is eventually, this is what Jon Jones is doing. He's sitting around waiting. He is enjoying life, but he's waiting for you to be that guy that takes a big risk, a Tony Ferguson risk. 5 years ago. Remember that? Tony Ferguson was on top of the world. He was interim champ. UFC took his belt because he got hurt. And then Tony did not wait around for Khabib. He went out and kept fighting, which is what you're doing right now. And eventually, it caught up to him and it cost him. Okay, now that had nothing to do with his 8-fight losing streak. I just think his time had passed. I don't think your time has passed. The problem is if you lose to Ciryl Gane, Jon Jones could just retire and say, you know what? I don't even have to fight this guy. He's a joke. He's a clown. He lost to a guy choked out in 2 minutes. Now, obviously, you're not a joke. You're a great fighter. But this is a big risk for Tom Aspinall that I don't agree with. I think he should wait. I don't think you have any reason to be fighting a guy that Jon Jones has already beaten, who, in my opinion, doesn't really deserve a title fight right now. Because he's had a title fight with Jones. He's had a title fight with Francis Ngannou. Got beat up pretty badly in both fights, considering Francis had bad knees in that fight and still dominated him to a decision. And then got choked out by a guy who hasn't fought in 3 or 4 years. And let alone fight at heavyweight at all. He never fought at heavyweight. So I hope Tom Aspinall does not fight Ciryl Gane right now. Because if he fights him, and just so, because remember, Ciryl Gane does have one threat to Tom Aspinall. He has knockout power, and he's got good Muay Thai. If he were to get knocked out and get embarrassed in this fight, it's over for him. He's not getting a Jon Jones fight. Jon Jones will make sure of that and retire laughing. Because then he's going to say, well, I wanted to fight Pereira, but he can't win. You know, that's what he would say, even though that's not true all the way. I've already beaten Ciryl Gane. Francis is gone. This guy wants to fight me, but he can't even beat somebody I embarrassed in 2 minutes. What is there left to do? Deuces. He'll do what Khabib did. Deuces and leave. So Aspinall, please don't do it. Please.